Painting watercolor flowers can be very hard sometimes and intimidating, but this video will help you a lot. I want to make you feel like you can paint watercolor flowers. We can go there. Here's my setup. Let's go. I was sitting on that monster. Water, 3 cups is pretty nice amount, and then watercolors palette. If you have the palette here, like I do, but I use it also. I have this brush. It's from Artify brand. It's size 10, I would say middle size, and it has this pointy end. I use this artist watercolor paper that I use almost every time. Then I use also some, this looks so dirty and disgusting, but so I use it for excess water that I take off from the brush. I also use some scrap paper, like here, that is from part of this paper. The colors, Carmine. So here is the Carmine color, Azure, yep. And then some brown color that was called burnt umber. Yeah, burnt umber, Carmine and Azure. First, of course, we need to mix the color, and this one is red because I painted yesterday and I haven't changed the water, so yeah, I was a little bit late. So I'm going to dip my brush and make sure it's pretty wet, and then we're gonna mix this, shake this brush here. Then I'm going to use, there's some brown color here already, but it's okay because this mix will need some brown. There wasn't enough of water, so then I just added some, and then I'm going to gonna clean the brush, taking some water, and then mixing the brush here like that. Maybe a little bit more because this color is going to be like lavender, but it doesn't look like that. But yeah, it's a little bit too like purple now, so I'm going to mix some color there. It needs more blue color, so it's looking like this right now. We don't want this, we want muted style. So that is why we're going to add some umber. And now I'm thinking if this is too brown already, but that's okay. You can just mix colors until it's the perfect shade. Do not think too much about the results or the finished painting, because painting is a process and you gotta enjoy all of those steps. This one is it's too brown now. We're gonna add some blue color and then red. And here's the disgusting tissue paper, or not tissue paper, it's like this quote. Like this one is too red, I think, but this has some blue in it, so it's starting to look like it should. Add more blue here, like the way it should be. Or I mean, you can paint with any shade, but I'm not going to paint. This one is very close, or I mean, it is the shade we're looking for. So it has more blue. It's like umber color. This is not my like original color I used. This is from other brand, but I can't remember who made this. We're using that, and green when we are mixing the stem color. Here's the green color, and this one is the color I would normally use, the umber color, and I think this one is the same name, has the same name, but it's not the same. We're gonna need other cup of water, then we're gonna do the same, like mixing with very wet brush here and putting it here. It's like poison green color, I don't like that. So yeah, this one turns also. Let's take this brown very fastly. I have already used this a lot, it has a hole. And then mixing already looking so much nicer. So when we have mixed this color, looks like that. That's good. We can start to paint. Just gonna draw a couple of lavenders. Here's one. Here's the second one. Here, the middle. Then a couple of these that are pointing to sides. Then we're dipping the brush on the cup, and I'm gonna tap this here so there's not too much water. We're gonna take some color here with the tip of the brush gently, and let's check how it looks. Looks good. We're gonna take some color, and I have a feeling that this will have too much water. So yeah, this is very difficult with watercolors. It's like floating, you know? There's water a lot, so yeah, as you can see now. That's why it's almost more easier to just do this on the paper you're not even supposed to paint, but it's a practice paper. You can see how is the watercoloration. Take some color, so trying it here. There's maybe too little of water. That looks good. And start here, just tapping. Now there's too much water. We can just swipe it on the cloth. We're just doing these little like flowers, which are not looking that much like flowers, but because they're lavenders, they are a little bit different. I'm just gonna like do this motion, like it's like a little egg, you know, and I'm tapping some color on this. I just took some from the palette as they are still wet, so they will have more color. These also have a lot of water, and sometimes it's fine, but sometimes they can, when they dry, they can create these weird lines. So we're gonna take off color with the brush. So we can add contrast or like more color afterwards. It's called the second layer, you know. Here are the little lavenders. They're so cute. Clean the brush, shake it on the cup. You can wait a little bit so it's all dry, and then we're gonna add some green. So yeah, we can just wait. I know it's hard. If you start to paint on these and they're wet, the colors will mix together, and I don't know if you want to have like lavender and green color mixed. We can start to paint the stem, you know. Taking some color. It has some hair. We have a dog, so this is just the life we have. Remember the tip of the brush, you know, otherwise it will be too thick. I feel like I'm doing this so much slower because I'm filming. I don't know what comes to your mind when you see lavenders. To my mind, it comes like Spain comes to my mind, because we were there in the January of this year, like almost 3 weeks. We were like exploring there, like how would it be to live in other country. The first layer was a little light, so we're just gonna paint again. Remember to use the tip of the brush. You can add leaf here, just using the tip of the brush, then pushing the brush a little bit down so it comes with the more full middle part. There, and there, and there. Then we can just paint and make sure that the flowers are connecting to the flower stem. So I'm gonna take some water, a little bit, and then we can add, there's too much water, a little bit this color here where the flower starts. There's some dried color, so let's take that. It's way too wet now. Then there's going to grow some flowers more, and add some, oh, there's just water. So it's better if you like can mix the color and it's all dry. It usually dries here where's the middle, otherwise it will be very wet. If you want to add like little details and just dab it there, it's still pretty wet, so like that. So it's now ready, and here is the size of it. It's so small, but that's fine. It was meant to be small. Here on YouTube and on Pinterest I share video tutorials that are for beginners, but if you want to see my creations, art pieces that I paint and also offer on my website or through Instagram, you can see and look at my Insta, and also on Pinterest I will share mostly just those tutorials that are easy to follow and paint. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye!